Hey everyone, this is Kristin with Gundersons Bookkeeping. How are you doing? I believe I missed last week. I am so sorry. I was actually attending an event last Tuesday at the school to talk about what your kids need to be doing in junior high and high school in order to get to college or trade school or whatever. So I apologize for missing last week's business weekly coaching, but this week we are going to be covering what are 5 things that you need to be working on now in your business before year end. If you're wondering, like, what do I need, is there anything I need to be doing? If you're wondering, if you just wish like you had that extra, like, what should I be doing to ramp up for next year? You are in luck. This is what I am going to talk about today. However, I do want to give a plug. We are doing another raffle giveaway, $10 for a card. We're doing the 52 cards again in the deck. And if what we're raffling off this time, it's $189 value. It is a Ninja. It's a 7-in-1 Ninja. It's like a pressure cooker, a slow cooker, airless fryer, and like 4 other things that I can't even think of at the moment. So if you want to buy a ticket, it's $10. And as soon as we have all 52 cards sold, we're going to raffle that off, whatever your card number is. And if we draw it, you are the lucky winner. We gave away 2 items last week. We gave away a Roomba, and then we also gave away a Kendra Scott gift set as part of the raffle. And what the raffle money goes towards, it goes towards Team Gold, which is our Relay for Life team. And all of the money that's raised by Team Gold this year goes towards pediatric cancer research. And I don't know if you know, but actually 2 of our 4 employees, I am one of them, have had a child who has had cancer. So that's why it's near and dear to us. Samantha, our new receptionist, her daughter, I believe she's 5. She might have just turned 6. She had cancer like when she was a baby. She's been in the clear for like 2 years now. Then also my stepdaughter, Anna, she had cancer going on 3 years ago because she's about to turn 18. She got it on her 15th birthday. So if you would like to buy a card, we would really, really appreciate it. All the proceeds goes towards Team Gold, which is goes towards pediatric cancer research. Okay, so let's get on to the 5 things you need to be working on now before year end. Okay, the first thing you need to do is if you have payroll, you need to go ahead and make sure that all of your employees' addresses are up to date. You don't want to be, especially the people who have left and no longer work for you, you want to go ahead and reach out to them, make sure that their address is correct, for that you're not sending their W-2 to a wrong address, okay? The second thing that you need to do is you need to go through all of your vendors and make sure that you have a W-9 on them, okay? So this would be people that, your contract laborers, people who mow the lawn for you, people who clean the office for you, people who you hire out, they're not employees, but you hire them to do work for you. You especially know that they're contract laborers. Those need a W-9. People who come in and fix things like the computer guy, like now for like AT&T or Comcast or something like that, and you know that they're incorporated, you do not need to send them a W-9. However, if they're like, you know, Joe, the 2-man tailor, you know, or Tim, the 2-man tailor, and you don't know if he's incorporated or not, go ahead and request a W-9 from him. Anyone that you have paid over $600 for the year, you need to send him a 1099 at the end of the year, so you need the W-9 on file. Now, so I would do that now before January hits, because January's going to be busy. Okay, so the next part is, so that's just gearing up for year end. Make sure all your bank statements are reconciled, your credit card statements are reconciled. That's normal stuff, which I guess I should mention. So we're bringing that up to 6 things that you need to be working on before year end, okay? So once you have everything reconciled, now for the 4th thing, I guess, you need to figure out where you are now. I highly recommend taking a day off of work, half day off of the work at the minimum, and look at the whole year and be like, what have I done this year? Has my revenue gone up? Has my expenses gone up? Have my cost of goods sold gone up? Have they gone down? Have I grown? Have I had to fire employees or had to hire more employees? Are we staying steady? Like, really figure out where you are now. And if you need any help with that, we are here for you. As long as you have good financials, we are here for you. We're actually meeting with, I want to say probably 75% of our clients next week to go over this exact same thing. Okay, so really figure out where you are now. Then the next thing you want to do is figure out where you want to go next year. Do you want to increase by 15%, 25%? Do you realize like you need to increase your prices? Do you need to get rid of the spending that doesn't need to be happening to cut down on your expenses? So really figure out where you want to be next year. And part of that is figuring out what your big, hairy, audacious goal is, okay? Ours is to help like 250 small business owners in some way or form, fashion, and by I think 2023, and just really help them grow their business, figure out where they are. It could be like QuickBooks training, it could be coaching, it could be doing their financials, it could be doing their taxes. So that's our big hairy goal. So I need to look at how many people have we helped up year to date and figure out how many more I need to get done next year and kind of break it down over the years. And so just kind of like, where are you now? Where do you want to be next year? Okay. Maybe you need to start putting away extra money for your kid who's going to go to college in a few years or in 5 years. Maybe you want to buy a bigger house. Maybe you want to get all your debt paid off. Like, figure out where you want to be next year. Okay. So set up your goals. And then I guess item number 5, I've even lost count. But once you have your goals figured out, next we want to go ahead and project next year, project our income. Okay. And that could be, you could be looking at last year, you can look at the year before, look at the last 3 years and figure out, okay, I've grown by X amount % each year. So this is where I should be at the end of this year if everything stays the same. Or maybe I really need to ramp up my marketing to get more leads in. Maybe I need to work on my closing to get more clients closed and invoicing, which will bring in more money. So just really project out where your income is. And then you need to create a budget. Number 6 is you need to create a budget. So that could be, you're going to have to look at the last few years and be like, oh, okay, I have been spending, I don't know, X amount of dollars on utilities. So project that out every single month. You know, you might want to figure a few % increase if you know there's going to be increasing. You can project out how much your payroll is going to be. You could project out, and I mean budget, like budget out how much your meals and entertainment you want to be. Entertainment, I would recommend getting like close to this number right here because you can't write that off on your taxes anymore. Okay, so figure out, get rid of your entertainment budget. Okay, beef up your advertising budget a little bit, but guess what? The entertainment can't be moved to advertising anymore. Okay, because they're going to start auditing on that stuff. You may want to slim down on your meals and entertainment. You still get to, or your meals, I'm sorry, your meals, you still get to write off 50% off of that, 0% off of your entertainment. Budget out how much you're going to need to be spending on job materials, on, hey LaFonda, on what else? You know, computer expense. Budget out if you're going to be buying a new phone or new laptop. Budget that stuff out when insurance is due. For that way you can have your projections for your income for next year and your expenses. And you can see it, literally see, if you stick to it next year and look at it every month, you'll be able to see what your net income is going to be, what you can take home. So I hope that that was helpful to you. I actually gave you 6 things that you need to be doing before year end to get ready for year end. Update your payroll addresses, especially for employees who no longer work for you. Number 2 was work on getting your W-9s set up and in the system for that you can cut 1099s at the end of the year. Number 3, make sure all of your bank accounts are reconciled, your credit card accounts are reconciled. That was the one that I was not thinking of when I put down 5. Figure out where you are now and where you want to be, and get your goals set up. Start projecting out next year's income and create a budget for next year. And again, the budget is not written in stone. It can be tweaked as the year goes by, but at least get a budget set up at least for the next 3 months, okay? So if you need any help with budgeting, go ahead and reach out to me. We are here for that. If you need any help on W-9s, 1099s, we are here for that also. Thank you, everyone. Remember, we have the raffle going on for the Ninja 7-in-1. I actually saw it on a commercial over the weekend. I'm like, that is so cool. We have that to raffle off. All that money goes towards the Relay for Life. Our Team Gold goes towards pediatric cancer research. And I hope you have a great rest of the week. Bye, everyone.